What is up, HD Reefers? Mr. Reef HD here, back with another video. Today is December 15th. As you guys know, we started this tank on October 30th. So today is Sunday. So in 3 days, this tank turns 7 weeks old. Last video, we had the clowns in here. One pair found a new home, and the other pair is in a different system. They were clearly kicking up a bunch of water. You can see since we cleaned it. So it's this corner. They were in there having themselves a fun time, I guess. So as you can see, it's been, I think, 12 days since the last video. So we got the normal build up on the glass. These sand sifters down here have been doing a really good job. They cannot get over to this side, so this side kind of sucks. Right in between here, that conch is kind of big, so he can't fit right through here. I actually have a video of him right here. I might put it in this video. But he was sitting there just trying to reach as far as he could, because like right there his shell gets stuck. I might do a little rescape right there in the front. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, honestly. But if I do that, then yeah, I'll have to figure something out. I do have the wave pump going right now, so there's some nice flow in here. We're going to be adding a few corals today. There's a sneak peek. We're doing our first water change today. So we'll be cleaning the glass up, doing the very first water change. I was going to do it like 4 or 5 days ago, but you guys know how this time of year is, busy. So I was going to do it, but I was like, you know what? I'll wait till I pick the camera up. I have not been dosing that. I've just not had time. The tank is still doing fine. It looks great. So yeah, the new light has been doing good since I cleaned it out. It's actually already getting kind of dirty again, but luckily I could just pop that bad boy out of there. Don't want to move it too much. There we go. I love that. That makes it so much easier. And it pops back on there. It's actually supposed to snap in. There you go. But yeah, haven't done anything to the tank, so we're gonna do a little time lapse. I'm gonna scrape the glass. My normal maintenance on tanks, what I do is I'll turn the flow off, and then I will scrape the glass, scrape the back. Actually, on these water boxes, the back of the tank is actually glass. So that's really nice for scraping. Yeah, scrape the glass, scrub anything that I'm going to scrub. I don't think anything in here really needs to be scrubbed. I am going to take the snails, though, and I'm going to put them on these rocks, though, because they are neglecting them. So they're starting to get a little algae. Let's get a close-up real quick before we do anything. Nothing crazy, but they are green. We still have that little mountain there. Honestly, though, the top's not doing too bad. If I'd have kept up on dosing the microbacter, it would have been a lot lighter. I mean, this is still pretty light, considering. But now that we are going to be starting water changes, the alkalinity should stay more stable, so we should start seeing some coralline algae. And then once that takes over, nothing's going to grow on top of that. So I will be doing weekly 1-gallon water changes. Everything's still looking really good. Actually, this, you can see right there, this mushroom is walking. That's its foot right there to the right. Well, a piece of it. So he's going to leave that there. So he's dropping a baby. We got babies. That might have been there when I first put him in there because he looks pretty big. But on these ones, I know those ones weren't there. So there's one right there, and then there's one right there in the front. I know that those weren't there, so that's new growth. The hammer, like I said, you guys remember how it was reaching like real far? It's not reaching no more, so it's nice and retracted like it's supposed to be because he's getting enough light now. And now that I'm starting the water changes, I'm going to be putting a torch in there today. I'm going to be putting a chalice in there. I'm going to put another hammer right here, get a little hammer garden going. And then, what else? Oh, I have a Jason Fox burning banana stylo, and he's going to go right up there because that is an SPS and they need a lot of light. So I will cut the video now. We will go to a time lapse and we'll get this tank all cleaned up, and I'll do the water change and you guys can watch that. And then I'll pick the camera back up. We can go over the tank after the... I'll probably put the corals in too. So this should be a good, nice 2 or 3 minute time lapse, I would assume, because I'm sure this will take me a good, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to do, you know, after adding the corals in and everything. So enjoy. All right, you guys. Yeah, apparently I got done a lot faster than I thought, so it only was a minute. Yeah, it only took me about a half hour to clean this and glue those down. Maybe I'll slow it down when I edit the video, so that way you guys could see it a little closer in depth. But yeah, so we added a chalice. Focus. We added another hammer. We added a torch. Right, that's right at that angle where the light glares funny. And we added the SPS coral, the burning banana stylo. This guy must be getting used to me, the leather coral, because he did not close up while I was messing around in the tank. Normally he does. Everybody's looking good. We got the little babies. You can see them better now. Coming out of there. These guys don't have any yet. Yeah, that had to have been there when I first put it on. Let's get a close up of this guy. He's nice. Close up of the Yuma. That's having a baby. Close up. Close up. Close up of these guys. The torch. Look at that flesh band. That came from a healthy system, you can tell. You see that flesh band? Nope. I always put my finger in the way. If you're ever going to buy a torch, or actually any euphilia, so torch, hammer, frog spawn, king spawn, anything, that's what you're looking for. Let me see if you could see. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. See the flesh band right there? Nice. See that one? Nice. Now you see actually that, I'm trying to get my finger in here, there we go. That little area, so you see where the flesh band stops? You could tell where it used to be. So that means it's getting ready. Okay, so it's split, obviously. Let me see if we can get an angle. There you go. So those guys are almost completely split. And now that stalk is growing. So like I said, you could tell where the flesh band used to go down to. But now it's going to, the stalk is going to grow. So that way those 2 separate heads will then turn into 4 separate heads. And then the stalk keeps growing. Those little white dots, you don't want to let those build up too much. Those guys, those are little snails. They will end up irritating them if they get out of control. So maybe next time I'm in the tank, I'll scrape those off. You want to get them off before they become too many and before they start messing with your coral. See how that guy has a couple? So I'll get him off of there too. Does he have any? Not that I can see from this side. So yeah, take those off of there. I mean, technically, I don't know. Some people say leave them. Some people say scrape them off. I scrape mine off when I can. And when I notice them anyway, because normally I'm looking at my tank in the middle of the day because I work midnights. So when I wake up, it's 4 or 5 in the afternoon. My stuff's all completely open all the time, so I don't really get to see under them very much. If I did, I would probably scrape them more. If you see on the back of the tank, that's exactly what those are too. So scrape them off of there. I know bumblebee snails eat vermidid snails. I'm not sure if they eat those snails. I think they're called, what are they? It starts with SP. I don't know. I can't pronounce it, actually. I don't know. SP spurloid, I don't know. Do a little, actually, let me, I'm going to turn the pumps off and turn the blues on real quick. I can't do it because obviously I'm filming on my phone. So I'm going to turn the blues on so that way we can get a nice, get the water still and get some nice pop out of these guys. Alright guys, we're back. Flow's off. Blues are on. Got the filter. You guys know what it looks like without the filter. It's hard to tell because it's so freaking blue. Yeah, you can't even see like the gold on the gold torch. You can see the green on that guy though. He's pretty green. Pretty green. But anyway, you guys got the white shot. Now we gotta go with the blue and the orange filter. That's what I was talking about earlier. You can see his foot right there. He's leaving a little piece of it, and that's going to turn into another one of him, or I guess you could say her now. And he's mad after the... Oh, he's got another baby. Look at that. He got 3 already. Jeez. I know for a fact that was only 2 heads when I put it in there. 7 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago. Yeah, technically 3 days will be 7 weeks. This is right here, this hammer. That's actually what that hammer looks like in person right now under these lights. Like, it is so bright. Oh, that's a bad angle. Yeah. That thing is absolutely bright. I love that thing. There's the new hammers. They obviously are not opened up all the way. They are adapting, acclimating to their new environment. This guy, I absolutely love that guy. He is just... He looks like this in person too. Like, it is that bright in person. Anyone that has one of these neon green leathers, weeping willows, well, I don't even know if this one's technically a weeping willow. When I got the big piece had way longer tentacles, so maybe it needs to get some age on him before he actually starts. I mean, these are still big for a toadstool, but if you've ever seen a true weeping willow, like, its hair goes down. Or tentacles. It looks like hair. But they're about double that size, maybe double and a half. So maybe once he puts some size on it. Honestly, he's put some size on in this tank already. Like, his foot, I told you guys, I think like 2 videos ago, his foot is like splitting already. So I don't know if he's going to split up the middle. I've seen him do that before. I don't know if he's going to, but he has put on some size, even up top. Like, let me back this up a little. He is taking up some space already. Like, some good space. The SPS, you could tell where I didn't touch him at. I had to touch the flesh to get him glued down right there. So you can see all towards like the top and stuff, but down towards the bottom where I obviously didn't touch, he's already coming out. But yeah, he's gonna, that's an encrusting, so it's gonna encrust that whole area right there. And then the anemone is doing good. The Nexus Nem, I think that angle's just bad for me. Yeah, I'm still getting the glare of the light too. He's doing good. These guys are completely paired up now. They haven't really fought yet to see who is going to become the female, because all clownfish are born male. I think I've went over that a couple times, but anybody who's a new viewer, all clownfish are born male, then they pair up, and then they fight each other, and the loser becomes the female. And as you guys know, when this tank started, it was just him. And I think a week later, or actually not even, a few days later, he was given to me by a local guy that's a subscriber. I met him on Facebook originally. But yeah, they're paired up now, so I'm assuming here soon they will be fighting each other like husband and wife. And one of them will become female and get much larger, and then they will be a pair, like a actual mated pair. And then here's the torch, as you guys saw with the flesh band. This is a complete double head. I don't know what kind it is. It came from Indonesia. So it has no fancy name to it. It is very freaking gold though. It is bright, bright. He was opened up huge before I brought him over here. But yeah, so first water change in the books. More corals added. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about the water change. I need to get a smaller hose because I did use a smaller one than I normally use, and it still sucked a gallon of water out of here in like literally probably 10 seconds, which I don't like. I don't like it to go that fast because I like to. So the whole reason why I scraped the glass with the power heads off and the return pump is because when you scrape it off, it falls to the ground. Well, when you vacuum your tank out, well, then you lightly go over your gravel, you know, just the top, and it'll kick it up off the ground and you can suck it all out. Well, I did get a good portion in this area, but I did not get to go over here. I didn't get to go in the back like I normally like to. So I didn't get to do my maintenance like I like to. So yeah, I'll be getting a lot smaller siphon hose, so that way I can actually get behind and get close to under the rocks, because you want to get all that detritus out, because it just ends up putting phosphates and nitrates into your tank. But yeah, so next video, I'll probably be just doing, so today's Sunday, so now I have to start doing this, a video every Sunday on this tank, you know, until we hit a point where this tank either is just overgrown and either needs an upgrade, or, you know, we get to a point where it's like, all right, you guys are like, all right, man. Or this could just be part of the channel forever, because this might end up being my desk tank at my building in the studio. So at some point I will probably be moving it there. I'll probably wait till it gets warmer out, so maybe springtime. So there's plenty of weeks left of content on this tank and adding new corals, and hopefully we run into some problems so that way I can address them and you guys can be aware of them. I haven't really ran into anything with this because I've been doing this a long time. As you guys know, I started out with the microbacter. Oh, pumps just turned back on. That means I'm talking too much. So let me wrap this up. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, and like I said in the beginning, this rock and sand is at least 7 years old. So it is heavily colonized with bacteria. And like I said, I did run into a little something. You guys could see it here, but not even close to what you guys might run into. But if you keep dosing that stuff, look, you might not be able to see it with this lens on. There's so much dust on it because I haven't even touched it. I should have, and this tank would look a lot better, but hey, if you ask me, I think the tank actually turned out pretty good. Yeah, we're almost at 7 weeks, so for a 7-week-old tank, I think this thing is doing a pretty good cycle, if you ask me. And from what I've seen in the past, and what I've even done myself in the past, you know, before I learned about the microbacter and all that other stuff, because yes, that's why I'm here doing this, because I ran into a lot of problems and I can help you guys stay away from those problems. The only thing that sucks about it is now you don't get to see the problems firsthand and how they are dealt with. So I guess I say hopefully something happens, but again, hopefully something doesn't happen, because if something does happen, you know, the corals can be jeopardized, and, you know, we could have fatalities and stuff, which I don't want that. So yeah, I mean, week to week, anything can happen, anything can pop up. Just because I've done this, you know, hundreds of times and, you know, dozens of times for customers, you know, doesn't mean that this tank can't, you know, that this tank's bulletproof or anything, because it's not. It just does have a very good bioload, or sorry, biological filtration through the rocks, and mechanical with the roller mat back there. I haven't done a test on this. I was supposed to do it last time. I didn't. I might do one later and then let you guys know what it was in the next video, because I mean, everything looks okay, but that doesn't mean everything is okay. From my experience, that if it does look okay, it is okay, but that doesn't always mean that. So always test your water. But yeah, here we go. Week 6 going into 7. As always, happy reefing. Thank you guys that watch. For those of you that made it this far, leave a comment down there. What's your favorite coral in here so far? That's how I'll know who watches till the end. Just comment down there. Tell me which one's your favorite. You like the Akins, the Chalice, the Mushroom, the Hammers, the Leather, the Banana. Well, that's technically a stylo. The Anemone and Clownfish, or the Torch. What's your favorite coral? I want to know who watches till the end. But exactly. So happy reefing, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one.